What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. Ryan Clark has come out and spoke. I believe his video was over 10 minutes about everything that's been going on as far as him being a race baiting commentator and also his situation with Marcellus Wiley. But we will just talk about the part where he keyed in on Marcellus Wiley. As you know, these two have been at it over the last few days. And um, the Lamar Jackson Josh Allen conversation is the one that kind of sparked it up, I would say. But there's been underlying tensions for a while, and Ryan Clark is going to explain the photo that I'm showing you right now. This photo, it says a picture is worth 1,000 words or something like that. I believe the quote is, and this one truly is, because Ryan Clark is going to give his version of what transpired, you know, during this time and after this time, and why his thought process is the way it was. And also, Marcellus Wiley said that when I see you, remember to say cheese. And Ryan Clark is saying you are taking that out of context. It was a time, place type thing why I didn't address you, and I addressed you the next time I seen you. Now, I can't verify or deny that's exactly how that happened. I'm just telling you what he's saying. But without further ado, let's get into it.
And so many times I get DMs about why Trump is the greatest. I get DMs where people call me the N-word, DMs where people call me a racist POS. And in most of those things, they always ask me, why can't you be a black man like Marcellus Wiley? Who, for so long, I've ignored, but I say, oh, that's who they think represents us? We should have a conversation. I should stand on business and have a conversation with him. So I want to do that. And I reach out, and I was stupid because I know who he is. I know that when he was doing a show with Acho, I reached out to Acho and said, please give him my number so we could talk. And he would tell me, nah, I don't meet up. I DM'd him, nah, I don't meet up. I verbally spar this and this. I was like, bro, I want to talk to you man to man, face to face. And he wouldn't do it. And then we go to this event for Stuart Scott, and they tell us take a picture, and he stands behind me, and I'm walking away, and he reaches his hand out to speak. And at that moment, I'm like, do I act the ass at the Stuart Scott event that Michael Eaves is giving on his birthday? And that's not right. That's not my place. So I shake his hand, I move on. Then he goes on his show and says, oh, well, Ryan Clark, he does walk around people. He sees me. So what I do the next time I see him? I see him in Catch. He's with his wife. He's talking to Dan, Mina, and Laura. I'm trying to force myself to sit down, but I get up and I walk over to him, and he turns around with that same smile that he's still behind me with. And he's like, what's up, man? I was like, bro, you know I don't fuck with you. I don't. And he's laughing and being him. And I was like, so like now, go say that on your dumbass show. You know we don't get down. It's not about that laughing. We ain't cool. And he doesn't do anything. And at that moment, I should have known this isn't a dude that wants a fair, straight up fade. I should have knew that, but I didn't stick to it. And people said, don't give him life. And they told me, like, so many people called me, and I did that. And I can't do that. But like when you call me racist, like I just think about my babies. I got these 3 beautiful brown babies, all different shades that we raised. Like Jaden, light skin, freckles, beautiful. She's biracial. Her mom is white. I wanted to teach her to and learn to love all of herself. Jordan looks just like me, same skin. And I'm so scared so many times for him. And then there's Logan, like just joyous and caramel and beautiful. And I think to myself, like, I love them so much. I would never want anybody to mistreat them based on how they look. So I almost put them at a disadvantage, raising them thinking that way, that look at your sister, Jordan and Logan. Like, how can we ever say who you can't love, who you can't date? She was made, right? And she is loved, all of her. Same thing. Like, so don't let people treat you that way neither. But we treat people with respect. We treat people with love. And that sometimes in this world, it's like, are they at a disadvantage? And so when you say that about me, like, it is tough for me to deal with. Now I look at it like, I know I can't combat that. I know those that intend to see me a certain way will see me a certain way. And when I think about them, I think about how beautiful that is. And yes, like, I'm unashamed that black is beautiful. I'm unashamed that black is strong. I'm unashamed that black is worthy. And I'm going to say that. I'm going to amplify that. I'm going to support that. But because I believe that doesn't believe that I don't believe all the other colors and all the other backgrounds and all the other ethnicities aren't those things. That's just the one I know. And so for me, man, like I gotta protect my peace. I can't combat everything. I can't fight everything anymore. And it's so crazy. We had Mel Robbins on, and she said, you gotta let them. So I gotta let them hate, right? I gotta let them lie. I gotta let them believe that. And I gotta let myself be above it. I gotta let myself not get dragged into it. I gotta let myself keep on winning. Like God put me here for a time like this. And I'm gonna get through this though. Like I'm fine now. I'm happy now. You know, one of the last tweets old boy said, he said, does he call all the people he analyzes? Oh, so the way you look at me is the way I see Josh Allen, is the way I see Lamar, the way I see Jalen, who are people. Some of those people are people I talk to. I found the peace in it, man. I found the peace in it.
Now, some people are going to say this is over dramatized, and their response to this is going to be, okay, Ryan, you said a bunch of nothing and stop race baiting. But Ryan Clark, you know, he predicates his videos on expressing his feelings and really trying to come across concise in his thoughts, you know, not just throwing something out there. So, again, this is what he always does. So, shout out to him. If he knew Marcellus wasn't a talker, though, he knew this wasn't going to go over. And I don't know if Marcellus is necessarily scared of the smoke, as many putting it. But I think they just don't rock. And I think when he's talking to Ryan Clark, he don't know if his intention is to just come on his platform to say, yeah, I came on this platform and I told him on his platform. You know how some people can have different intentions. You can have a conversation that tries to have a means to an end, or, you know, to agree, to disagree in a way where the conversation was productive. But maybe he has some reservations about Ryan Clark's true intent about coming on this platform. But I am seeing people say, if you're going to talk about the man and you're going to continuously talk about the man, then you need to let him come up on your platform when he's offering. Again, for me, I don't know if that's how the public media works, because when it's open for public consumption, we see what happens with that. Everyone who speaks in public, you know, it's open for consumption within the right bounds, right? As long as you're not defaming someone's name. And many other talking heads are saying this about Ryan Clark. People on social media are saying this about Ryan Clark. People are saying they miss, and this is the statement that I don't like, though. I do see some people saying they miss Pittsburgh Steelers Ryan Clark. They miss you know, football analyst Ryan Clark. They try to put you in a box as if you don't have thoughts about anything else in the world off the field. And so that really that speaks to some of the things Ryan Clark is talking about, right? I'm not an all or everything person, you know. So I think there's some truth there. Like, they want him to speak about the game they love, run up and down the field, but keep his thoughts to himself. And sometimes I do think Ryan panders to communities, to you know, some people that support some things with children that I definitely don't agree with. So I ain't even nowhere near, maybe, nah, I don't agree with that. You know, and I know me and Marcellus agree on that side. I do think him or Jason Whitlock at times could get a little too blind eye-ish to the racism that still exists. But again, that's their experience, you know, and they have a right to say that. And I'd never be mad about, you know, what they see through their lens. If one person knew everything, then nobody would need another person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just knew everything. So I'm not saying I know everything, but I do know that the racism exists. I often tell the story on this channel sometimes about, you know, the 2 traffic stops when I was 16 and I was driving my mom's brand new car, and I was coming home from work and they stopped me because the neighborhood I was going to, they stopped me twice. One road, I got stopped in front of a church, went to the light, made a right, crossed the railroad track, got a stop sign, and as soon as I tried to cross the next road, the cars came, surrounded me, and very aggressive, telling me to pull over and all that. Just I looked as if I fit, the bill of what they was looking for. So, and that's just a small one. That's slight. That's not even the biggest one, but that's just the one that came to mind right away. So, man, yeah, I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.